Would it be correct that you stated in the previous hearing na only the Vice President and the SDO know where the confidential funds went?
Sa totoo, wala po talaga akong kinalaman sa management or operation ng confidential funds.
You know, it's a presumption.
Well, Your Honor, kasi hindi ko po alam kung saan...
Because you answered the question under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, you stated the name of the Vice President and the Special Disbursing Officer. At yung Special Disbursing Officer, yun yung mag-allocate kung saan pupunta yung gagastusin yung pondo. Di po ba? Sagutin niyo ako, COA. Do you agree with me? Yes. Pakisabi sa mic para marinig po lahat.
With your permission, Your Honor, yes po, Your Honor.
Yes. And therefore, kung yung liquidation or clearing process ay hindi totoo at bogus, ibig sabihin, nagamit yung pera sa ibang bagay. Would it be correct that you stated in the previous hearing na only the Vice President and the SDO know where the confidential funds went?
Based on the documents, Your Honor, I would assume so.
Did you state that?
What I was asked, Mr. Chair, I was asked, Your Honor, I think by Representative Castro, if I knew anything about it. And I said na sa totoo, wala po talaga akong kinalaman sa management or operation ng confidential funds. So if I remember correctly, and the transcripts would probably bear me out, tinanong niya, kung hindi ikaw sino? So I said, I would assume the signatories, Your Honor, of the certifications and of the other documents. And she asked me who, so I said the SDO and probably the head of agency.
So yung sagot po ninyo, it's a presumption.
Well, Your Honor, kasi hindi ko po alam kung saan...
Because you answered the question under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, you stated the name of the Vice President and the Special Disbursing Officer. That they're the only ones who know where the confidential funds went.
That is correct, Your Honor. No?
That
Because
is why I asked
based
you
on the documents, yes.
whether you stated this statement in the last hearing.
Yes, Your Honor. But just to clarify, I mentioned that it was based on the documents, Your Honor, because the documents would point that way.
Kasi kung titingnan ko yung statement po ninyo, kung wala nang ibang nakakalam kung saan napunta yung pondo, ay dadalawang bagay lang ang nangyari. Di ba? Kasi either ibinulsa ni VP o ni SDO o ginamit sa ibang bagay ni VP at saka ni SDO. Hindi po ba?
Your Honor, please, I wasn't...
Hindi, yun po yung sagot
but
ninyo.
I wasn't alluding to that, Your Honor. I beg
your pardon?
I wasn't alluding to that, Your Honor, if I may beg your indulgence. Opo.
Kowa, correct me if I'm wrong. Di ba? Yung pondo allocated sa office. Tama. Nag-cash advance sila from Land Bank. Tama. Land Bank, nag-cash advance sila doon, dinala sa opisina. Ang makaalam na lang doon ay yung head of office or head of agency at saka yung special disbursing officer. Tama. Di ba ba? At yung special disbursing officer, yun yung mag-allocate kung saan pupunta yung gagastusin yung pondo. Di po ba? Sagutin niyo ako, COA. Do you agree with me? Yes. Pakisabi sa mic para marinig po lahat.
With your permission, Your Honor, yes po, Your Honor.
Yes. And therefore, kung yung liquidation or clearing process ay hindi totoo at bogus, ibig sabihin, nagamit yung pera sa ibang bagay. Would you agree with me, COA?
Based on your statement, Your Honor, and based on which you said that the liquidation or the documents are bogus, so we presume that the funds, no other evidence presented, were illegally disbursed.
Hindi po ba kayo kumbinsido sa mga sagot ninyo at saka sa mga katanungan na aking makasama na yung DEPs or documentary evidence of payments or acknowledgement receipts ay puro may diferensya? Di po ba? And therefore, pag yung liquidation instruments, part of your clearing process or liquidation process, ay mali-mali na, ay saan napunta yung pera? Tell me. Dalawang bagay lang po. Kasi dami ko na naimbestigan na ganito nung nasa pulis ako eh. Saka sa PCINP. Di ba? Either ibinulsa or ginamit sa iba. Either way, mali. Di po ba? Would you agree, Kowa?
If the liquidation po is bogus,
Kasi hindi naman napunta doon sa totoo eh. Doon sa clearing instruments na binigay. Di ba? Kung naibulsa, masama, ninakaw mo na eh, di ba? Ngayon, kung ginamit sa iba, technical malversation yun. Would you agree with me, attorney?
that is assuming it was not used as confidential expense
Eh,
po.
mali na nga yung clearing instrument sa liquidation process eh. Yung mali yung pag-clear at saka pag-liquidate, what is your conclusion?
That the funds were not used as confidential.
Supposed to be used.
As
As it is supposed to be
It's
used.
supposed to be used.
Yes. That is the logical conclusion. Hindi po ba? Would you agree with me, Madam Attorney?
Personal opinion, yes, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
Personal opinion po, Mr. Chair, yes, I would have to agree.
Ewan ko. Pero kasi sa dami na naimbestigahan ko, ganun ang nakikita ko eh. Kayo naman, ang tagal nyo na sa COA, hindi nyo pa rin nakikita yon. Di ba? Kasi if your liquidation or clearing process is wrong, di definitely yung kung saan pinuntan yung pera, hindi po dun sa tama. Could you give me an instance na mali yung liquidation process, tama yung pinuntahan ng pera? Pursuant to your guidelines.
Yun nga po, Mr. Chair, personal opinion, if the confidential funds were not used as it is intended to be used, it's already technical malversation.
Yes, kasi kitang-kita naman na yung paggamit po nila sa pondo, eh parang nilegalize lang nila by their submission to you, yung DEPs nila, o kaya ARs, or acknowledgement receipts. Di ba? Na mali-mali. Would you agree with me?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you. Kasi yun ang nakikita ko na nangyari, process eh. Nag-withdraw sa land bank dahil nandun yung pondo na confidential fund. Dinala sa opisina yung SDO. Hindi ko alam. Kaya nga hinahanap namin yung SDO para tanuhin namin kung saan napunta eh. Paano niya inallocate yung pondo eh. But as it is, yung liquidation instruments ay mali-mali po eh. Kaya sigurado ako, hindi napunta sa tama rin yung pondo. There are only two things na pinuntahan yung pondo. Nagamit sa iba o ibinulsa. So ayaw nyo matanggap yun. Ako kaya kong tanggapin. Kasi marami na akong dinaanan na investigasyon. Na gano'n. Natameme kayo? Ha? Di ba? Could you please tell us? Kasi marami nangyayaring ganito eh. Which, I think, you know. Kasi hindi lang naman doon sa OVP yan, tingin ko. Okay? So, pwede po bang malaman? Yun pong mga certification na ginamit po yung security group ni Vice President, tinanggap din po ninyo?
Mr. Chair, hindi po. Yung proof sa rewards ni OVP, hindi po.
Hindi.
Kaya po na-disallow yung payment of rewards.
Sa DepEd?
Sa DepEd po kasi, parang na-deem namin na independent party yung nagbigay ng certification. So,
Pakilapit lang yung...
since na-deem namin na independent na group yung nag-issue ng certifications, we accepted the certifications.
So, tinanggap ninyo?
Opo, Mr.
Yung
Chair.
yung certification galing doon sa office ng Vice President Security Group?
Hindi po. Yun ang hindi po namin tinanggap since parang kasama din po ng OVP po yun eh. Pero yung sa DepEd po kasi, ibang party na po kasi yung nag-issue ng mga certifications.
Ayun yung natanong na nung last hearing
Yes,
yung mga
Mr. Chair.
Philippine Army units
Yes, Mr. Chair.
na nag-conduct ng Youth Leadership Summit.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you. But would you agree with me that the office of the Vice President is separate from the office of the VPSG?
Yes, Mr. Chair, but they are the group that is specifically, it's like yung PSG po ni President na specific na naka-assign kay VP po.
Kaya nga. And would you agree with me also that the office of the security group of the Vice President would have their own funds?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, and therefore would not need the confidential funds coming from the Secretary of the Department of Education and from the Office of the Vice President. Would you agree with me?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you. Wala kasi dito yung mga kwan eh. Dapat yun ang tatanungin eh. Now, are you aware na there were 787 acknowledgement receipts where there were no names but there were signatures?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You're aware of that. And there were 302 ARs that had unreasonable names. Would you agree also?
Unreasonable names, Mr. Chair.
Unreadable.
Unreadable. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Then there were 5 names repeated.
That was not an observation, Mr. Chair. Yung repeated names po, hindi po namin naging
Hindi
observation.
nyo nakita yon. Okay. And insofar as the confidential fund of the Department of Education is concerned, yung location ng where the YLS were conducted did not match locations where information to support this YLS were supposedly bought. Would you agree with that?
Yes, Mr. Chair. May specific areas po yung certification.
Yes. Now, would you also agree that there were identical entries, amount expended, and number of receipts for the second and third quarter of 2023 for entries on provision of medical and food aid?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
It's not very unusual naman po since
I beg your pardon?
it's not very unusual naman po since pwede naman po talaga mangyari
So usual
na,
yung nangyayari yun.
hindi naman po usual pero hindi naman siya ganun ka-unusual.
O sige. Whether it's usual or unusual, is it in accordance with the joint circular?
Sa joint circular po kasi documentary evidence of payment lang po ang requirement.
Sa pakisagot lang yung tanong, whether usual or unusual, is it in accordance with your joint circular?
Since the document was submitted
You
po,
think they are?
yes po, yes.
So it's your opinion.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
thank you. May we go to yung kwan, yung acknowledgement receipts or DEPs. Now, we have examined yung DEPs or acknowledgement receipt, which were used to liquidate the confidential funds. And I would like, Mr. Chair, to make the following statements from the examination. May nakita po na mga acknowledgement receipts that all appear to be signed by the same pen. Would you agree with that also, Madam Kawa?
Yes, Mr. Chair, since either blue or black po yung...
Yes, kaya nga. Makikita po natin ito sa color ng ink.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. Which is a very distinct shade of blue na may shades of black. I think it's there shown. Yan di po ba yung acknowledgement receipts na nasa inyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And wala po kayong napansin?
Yung ni-note lang po namin is yung mga iba ang date, yung mga unsigned. Yun po, Mr. Chair.
Ganon.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I would just like to manifest that all these acknowledgement receipts are under the names of different persons, pero wala po dyan yung naulit. Dyan po sa 10 na yan. But if we look at it, the names and signatures of different persons appear to be written with the same pen with a distinct ink on different dates. I think this is highly irregular. Bilang ako, isang investigador. Now, Madam Attorney, you confirm that you have received these acknowledgement receipts as part of the submissions of the Office of the Vice President to liquidate their confidential funds?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Okay. Now, would you agree with me that these 10 acknowledgement receipts appear to be written with the same color of ink? Yes?
Like I said, sir, it's either blue or black po kasi yung ink. So,
Gusto ko lang malaman yung sagot po ninyo.
yes, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. And this is a distinct shade of blue na almost black. Parang may gradient po siya. Tama.
I cannot remember.
Kaya nga ikaw,
na,
sabi mo,
Mr.
ang sagot
Chair.
mo, it's either blue or black eh. Kasi parang naglalaro yung ink na ginamit sa blue or black.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Common
Yeah.
naman po yun na nakikita namin either blue or black ang signature.
When you say common, sa lahat po ba ng opisina na in-audit niyo, ganyan?
Either blue or black. Yes, Mr.
Blue or
Chair.
black din? Sa lahat ng opisina ng gobyerno na in-audit ninyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Like, kami rin, sir, either blue or black po ang ginagamit namin.
Ha?
Either blue or black din po yung ginagamit namin.
Yeah. And I would like to show kung ano yung ink dun sa pag-imbestiga namin eh. Yan. Yung kulay. It's Prussian blue. Would you confirm that this is the same or very similar color as the ones in the ARs that were submitted to you?
Hindi ko na maalala yung itsura, Mr. Chair.
Okay. tignan po natin yung kwan, yung pinirmahan ni Assistant or ASEC Ortonio. Hindi po ba parehas yung pinakita ko na Prussian Blue?
Mukhang parehas, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
Mukha pong parehas.
Parehas. So, it's the same ink used by ASEC Lemuel Ortonio, the Assistant Chief of Staff of the Office of the Vice President. Tama?
Mukha pong pareho, Mr. Chair.
No. Now, Mr. Chair, there had been also observations that there are acknowledgement receipts which bear the same or similar handwriting. Parehas po ang handwriting. May nakita rin po ba kayong ganon, Madam Attorney, na halos parehas ang handwriting doon sa mga ARs?
Hindi naman po kami experts sa handwriting, Mr. Chair.
Hindi naman kailangan ng expert para makita ko minsan yan eh. Comsec, pwede ba ipakita yung kwan? Yung picture ng halos parehas ng kwan? Ng handwriting? Yung AR dated July 27, 2023 and July 25, 2023. Kung pwede ipakita. No problem. Hindi maikwan. Saan ba sila?
Sir, may I be acknowledged while we're waiting for ICTS to fix the technical problem?
Yes, Comsec, you are acknowledged.
Your Honor, we would like to recognize Honorable Julian Jam Baronda, Deputy Majority Leader from the Lone District of Iloilo City, and Honorable Crispin Diego Ping Remulla, Vice Chairperson from the 7th District of Cavite, Your Honors.
Attorney, bago natin, kasi nagkakaroon ng technical problem, pwede bang magtanong din ako ng, kasi hindi ako naliliwanagan dito sa, yung, there is a deficiency, I think, that you have noted, that the payment of rewards to informers must be supported with documents evidencing the success of the information gathering and or surveillance activities on account of the information given by the informer. Ito
Yes.
po yung ginamit dun sa yung YSL.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ano po yung ang aking pagkaintindi rito, correct me if I'm wrong, na dapat may makuha ng information na ginamit yung confidential fund and that an activity was conducted because of that information and that information gathering and that activity were successful.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Tama po ba yung
Tama po.
pagkaintindi ko?
Tama pa, Mr.
Now,
Chair.
if I may ask, how would you know or how would you be able to find out na merong information na nakuha muna before they have conducted their YSL?
Wala po kaming information on that. So, either may separate sila as part nung purchase of information and then separate yung rewards or nabayaran na siya same with rewards.
Pero requirement po nyo yun, di ba? Requirement na circular.
Yeah. Kaya po yung yung
Because
additional requirement.
that is precisely the reason why you will justify the buying of information,
Yes,
which would
Mr.
lead
Chair.
to a successful event or operation.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Di po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kasi ginagawa rin namin nung nasa servisyo ako yun eh. I know that.
Yes, Mr.
Pero
Chair.
parang pagkaintindi ko sa inyong clearing instruments, parang hindi, just because there was a certification that the YSL YLS pala were successful, tama na yun. Parang ganun ang pagkaintindi ko. Samantalang nung kami ang nasa serbisyo, ang requirement is that ipapakita namin na may information kaming binayaran, and because of that information, an operation was conducted and it was successful. Hindi ba dapat ganun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pero in the case of the confidential fund of the OVP and the DepEd, hindi ko nakikita yon.
Yun nga po kaya ni-require namin sila mag-submit ng additional documents. And yung nag-review po, naging sufficient na po yung certification from yung 5 certifications.
And that is enough to show na tama po yung ginawa nila, just because nag-submit sila ng certification that YLS was conducted and it was successful. Di ba ang concept dapat nun is you use confidential fund to buy information, and because of that information bought or acquired, you conduct an operation,
Yes,
and
Mr.
that
Chair.
operation should turn successful.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ganun po yung requirement sa amin nung nasa serbisyo kami. Intelligence fund.
Yes, Mr.
Basically, they are the same.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
So, bakit po naniwala kayo sa certification lang na successful yung pag-conduct ng YSL?
Since yun nga po, independent na agency po yung nagbigay ng certification, and sabi naman po niya na because of the YLS nga wala pong na-influence na mga bata, we deemed it successful. Compared po dun sa yung sabi niyo po kanina na yung sa VP SPG group, ang sinabit lang po nila was a listing of the activities of the Vice President, which is wala naman pong information kung may success ba na may successful activity ba na nagawa because of the information they have gathered.
Yun yung sa security group.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And is there any way that you will determine that the confidential fund of the OVP and DepEd, these funds were used sa activity ng VPS security group? Kasi they have their own funds. That was the first question I asked you a while ago.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
That the Presidential Security Group and part of that is the Vice President Security Group. May pondo po sila naka-allocate talaga.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, but they were not able to show, if I will appraise yung documents, they were not able to show that confidential funds of the OVP and the DepEd were used in such activities.
Yes,
Can you
Mr.
see that they were used?
No, Mr. Chair. Kaya nga po, hindi naman siya na-consider since yung list of activities lang po ang sinubmit nila, which is, alam nila since sila naman po yung kasama ni VP sa mga activities na yun.
But anyway, hindi pa rin yata tapos page. Ready na, sir. Ready na? Pakishow nga yung yung acknowledgement receipts dated July 27 tsaka July 25, 2023. Wala pa rin. Ipakita mo na lang sa kanya. Madam Attorney, papakita ko na lang sa iyo yung observation namin. Yan lang, tingnan mo lang yung receipt na yan. Because I will ask questions. Okay? Pwede. Did you notice na isa lang ang gumawa nito?
Mr. Chair, sorry,
Oh,
tinignan
yun
ko
ang
lang.
sinasabi ko eh. Kaya tingnan mo. you observe it properly. Ayan na. Akin na. Ayan. Nakita mo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Would you confirm that these were submitted to your office?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Now, if you observe, kindly observe the letter J. Tama po ba na halos parehas yung letter J dyan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Tama rin po ba na parehas din yung color ng ink na ginamit at saka yung lapad po ng pagkasulat?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Would you be able to state, Madam Attorney, na these two receipts were written by the same person?
Probably, Mr. Chair.
Probably. Pero these are two different acknowledgement receipts indicating different dates
Yes,
and
Mr.
indicating different payees. How can that be?
Pwede naman pong either of those two persons wrote the same and then someone else
So that is
signed.
regular? No.
I'm not saying regular po, pero it
Hindi
could
nga,
happen. po.
tinatanong ko nga is, nagkakaroon tayo ng observation. Now,
Yes, Mr.
do you think this is regular?
Hindi.
No.
No.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, makikita po natin dito na there are certain things na irregular insofar as the DEPs or acknowledgement receipts submitted by the two offices doon po sa COA. Now, I would like to point again another observation which we have made. This time, an acknowledgement receipt with the name KV that repeats in OVP and DepEd acknowledgement receipts. Kindly show yung OVP at saka DepEd acknowledgement receipts. O, parehas lang yan. Nandun sa OVP, nandun pa sa DepEd. Hindi nyo napansin ito.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair, since na-audit siya ng magkaibang time.
Okay. Pero, would you confirm that the two ARs, parehas ang pangalan na KV?
Hindi ko na maalala yung exact document, Mr. Chair.
Sige, yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Again, Mr. Chair, pwede po bang ipakita natin yung last AR dated 12/30/2022? Sinabit din pa ito sa inyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
Yes.
Yes.
Basta lahat po ng sinubmit namin po, Mr. Chair, sa inyo. Galing sa amin po.
Oh, sige. Yun ang binigay nyo sa committee.
Yes, Mr.
Tama,
Chair.
na nabasa namin.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. The name would read, tama po ba? Mary Grace Piatos?
Piati?
Ha?
Piati?
Piatos.
Piati?
Ang pagkabasa ko, Piatos eh.
Y po yung last?
Y, hindi S.
May ano po siya eh.
Ayun o, tingnan mo.
Y po. Since masyado nang mababa yung tail.
Okay. Now, sa tingin mo, totoong tao yan? What's your opinion?
It could be a person.
Could be a person. Pero, would you know na merong restaurant na Mary Grace ang pangalan?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Cafe
At meron
Mary
ding
Grace.
piatos na brown ng potato chips?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Would you know that?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Anyway,
It's
at
Piatos.
least alam mo rin pala mga yon. Now, Mr. Chair, I would just like to repeat what I've said a while ago na everything na tinanong ng aking mga kasamahan tungkol sa documentary evidence of payments or acknowledgement receipts ay karamihan po ay hindi po totoo. And therefore, if hindi po totoo, hindi natin malalaman kung saan talaga napunta yung pondo, yung confidential fund, until and unless we would be able to grill yung dalawang SDOs. The SDO of the Office of the Vice President and the SDO of the Department of Education. Si Madam Acosta yata, tsaka yung isa. So, we can only surmise, Mr. Chair, na yung pondo, dalawa lang ang pupuntahan nun eh. Kagaya ng sabi ko, sa bulsa or nagamit po sa ibang bagay. Both, hindi po tama. Kasi kung ginamit sa ibang bagay, and I think the lawyers of COA would agree with me that there's technical malversation. Kasi iba ang purpose ng pondo, ginamit sa iba. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Marami pong salamat sa opportunity.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Acop. The Chair would like to recognize the Deputy Speaker, J.J. Suarez.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Kanina ho ay pinakikinggan ko po yung mga katanungan ng ating mga kasamahan dito sa committee. Kasama na rin po yung mga tanong ni Congressman Romy Acop. At nakakapagbalik tanaw po tayo ng kaunti. At naalala ko po yung panahon na nagkakaroon ng Senate hearing sa Napoles na parang ganito at ganito din yung mga lumalabas na maraming mga acknowledgement receipts na di umano fabricated, di umano gawa-gawa, at parang hindi po maipaliwanag kung paano po ito tumutugma base po doon sa pondong nailaan para sa kanya. Gusto ko lang po tanungin yung COA, base po doon sa ilang mga acknowledgement receipts na ipinakita sa atin ng ating mga kasamahang mambabatas, meron po kami napansin doon na parang 200 na acknowledgement receipts na signature lang, walang pangalan. Ito po ba ay pumapasa sa qualifications ng Commission on Audit?
For now, sir, ina-accept namin yung signature lang. Although, from here onward, siguro po, require namin na name at least name and signature.
Because I think we really have to look into this matter strictly. Kasi pag sinabi mong acknowledgement receipt, tumatanggap ka.
Yes.
Meron kang tinatanggap na pera, goods, or services from government.
Yes.
And how can you substantiate if that person in that acknowledgement receipt exists kung signature lang? So, is there any COA memorandum or policy when it comes to acknowledgement receipt guidelines?
For now, since ina-accept po namin yung signatures lang, wala po kaming ibang basis kundi yung sa joint circular. But we will try to parang supplemental na po yung mga ibang COA issuances.
No, my
I'll
question, ma'am, is there a policy by COA when it comes to requirements of acknowledgement receipts? What are the requirements in that paper so that COA can deem them unacceptable?
May I be permitted to speak, Your Honor?
Yes, Miss Sofia Gemora, you're recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Your Honor. As to the regular audit, I'm very aware with the confidential fund because it has a joint circular, as a parameter. So in COA, pardon me, or I cannot recall the memorandum, but we have this rule that we can reimbursable expense, what we call RER receipt. Reimbursable expense receipt is acceptable up to 1,000 pesos and below. Other than that, of course, we need, as it is now, an invoice, and if any signature, it would of course accompany the full name of the recipient or those that signed on the particular receipt.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, that's the memo that I was pointing out to Ms. Remora. Meron po talaga kasi yun sa COA na kinikailangan full name ang nakasulat doon. At nabasa ko na rin po yun. Kaya nga po nakakapagtaka dito po sa 612 million pesos where acknowledgement receipts were submitted by the Office of the Vice President and by the DepEd Secretary then, ang dami po talagang red flags na nakita po ng committee. So unang-una ho, signature lang. Pangalawa ho, merong migrant beneficiaries. When I say migrant beneficiaries, they received funds from the confidential funds of the DepEd, and they receive funds from the confidential funds of the Office of the Vice President. Other than that, there are also instances where individuals received funds many times, numerous times, from the confidential funds. Other than that, may instances din po na nakita namin na yung mga safe house na lang po na binanggit ni Chairman, parang hindi po namin masyadong maunawaan kung paano ka gagastos ng 15 million pesos per quarter on safe houses under the Office of the Vice President. Bukod pa po doon, yung safe houses na binabayaran din under Secretary of Education. So of course, documentary requirements are submitted to you, but this, Mr. Chair, raised a lot of questions and red flags from my point of view. Kaya nga po nakakalungkot na wala po dito yung mga SDO at saka si Ms. Lopez na nalaman po pala natin ay umalis po kagabi papuntang Los Angeles, California, because these are questions that they should actually be answering. Am I right, Yusek Poab? These are questions that they should be answering.
Based on the documents, Your Honor.
Based on the documents, correct, because they're the signatories to the documents. So, with that being said, siguro para sa COA, tulungan nyo na lang kami. I think we need to come up with better guidelines. Especially when it comes to requirements of acknowledgement receipts, so that ito pong mga pagmamagic na nangyayari ay hindi po mangyari dahil ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito ay pera ng mamamayan. Di naman to pera ng isang tao, pera to ng Pilipino na dapat po natin inaalagaan.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Abante, you're recognized.
gusto kong malaman kung tapos ng investigasyon ng COA dito sa those of disallowances na inyong binigay sa Office ng Vice President. Tapos na po ba lahat ng investigasyon?
Mr. Chair, dun sa notice of disallowance, inaantay pa po namin kung mag-a-appeal sila. So, hindi pa po final. Yung iba pong mga audit observation memoranda na issued po nila, nag-submit na po sila ng compliance and yun po yung mga pinag-aaralan po namin ngayon.
Okay. So, hindi pa kayo tapos, ano po?
No, Mr. Chair.
Ilang porsyento na po ang natapos nyo? For example, like, so, mayroon bang 50% or 60% or 70%?
Considering po na gusto nyo magpaka-strict kami today, may mga nire-re-audit po kami and hindi pa po namin ma-issue yung next, which is yung notice of suspension.
Okay. So, hindi nyo maaaring masabi kung ilang porsyento na ho, lahat?
Mr. Chair, parang tatlong ibang team members yung iba-ibang AOM, so hindi ko po masabi ngayon yung exact na yung status na po ng...
Sa mga natapos po ninyo, Mr. Chair, meron ba kayong nakitang improper disbursement o mga violations po ng disbursement ng confidential fund?
Mr. Chair, hindi ko pa po nare-review yung audit, so hindi ko pa po masabi ngayon, Mr. Chair. Nasa auditors pa po.
Meron pa ho bang ibang pondo na aside from the confidential fund na inyo pong iniimbestigahan?
Sa ICFAO po, confidential and intelligence fund lang po kami.
Ayun lang po ang inyo
Yes,
iniimbestigahan?
Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Yung
Yun lang
buong
po ang...
bansa po.
Oo. Nakikita ko nga, ikaw yung sa intelligence and confidential fund ka lang muna, no?
Yes, Mr.
So meron bang iba dito na kasama natin sa COA na iniimbestigahan pa ang ibang mga pondo ng Office of the Vice President maliban sa intelligence and confidential fund?
Your Honor, if I may, we have the regular audit team, which we are representing here. Regular audit team for the Office of the Vice President. Our team is here.
So, therefore, Mr. Chair, when you speak of the regular budget of the Vice President, so are you able, meron ba kayong in-issue? Did you issue any disallowances on some of the regular funding of the Vice President or no?
May I recognize, Mr. Chair?
Yes,
For the audit
Commissioner
of
recognized.
CY, calendar year 2023, we have not yet issued, or we do not issue any disallowances po.
Chairman,
Yes, Congressman Paduano.
in relation to the query asked by Vice Chair Abante, gusto ko na pong linawin COA. Kasi ang tanong ni Chairman Abante refers to, and your answer, I think, no, if I'm right, refers to other items. Kasi tapos na kayo doon sa notice of disallowance, di ba?
Yes, Mr.
Tapos na kayo doon.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yung sagot mo kanina, question of notice of suspension, at saka, magkaiba yun.
Yes, Mr.
Ibang items yun. Linawin na natin, but
yung
the
ibang-
subject, sandali po, let me finish first. But the subject matter of this investigation refers to the notice of disallowances that you issued. Di ba? Magkaiba yun, boss. Tapos na sila. Tapos na sila dito. They're waiting for the reply within 6 months.
Appeal po, Mr. Chair.
And the deadline will be on?
February 2024.
Oh, yun. Again,
February
Mr. Chair,
5.
I have pointed this out during the previous hearing. Pag EUM kasi, okay, you issue an EUM for the Confidential and Intelligence Fund for the Office of the Vice President. Nag-issue kayo ng EUM and they're allowed
15 days to
15
answer.
days. After 15 days, you validate the reply, then you issued a notice of disallowance.
Notice of suspension.
Notice of suspension if continuing.
Yes,
Tama,
yes.
diba? Now, then after that, you issue a notice of disallowance.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
now, kaya ang sagot dapat doon sa tanong ni Chairman Abante, tapos na kayo.
As to yung ND po, Mr.
Kaya nga eh. Kasi yung subject matter dito is all about the notice of disallowance. And we will talk about it again. If somebody will file a resolution to further investigate on the point that you have raised with regards to the 3 items that is not yet final.
Opo.
Yung ano nyo, yung audit nyo, di ba?
Opo.
With regards to confidential and intelligence fund.
Yes,
Tama.
Mr. Chair. Yes,
So
Mr.
malinaw
Chair.
po yun. That's why in aid of legislation with regards to this investigation, Mr. Chairman, again, I would just like to reiterate, yung question of the timetable given to the agency with regards to the notice of disallowance is too long. Sabi nga nila, justice delayed, justice denied. Why it will take 6 months? Sige nga, bakit 6 months? Because they have already submitted all the necessary documents. And it turned out, in your investigation, in your audit, lumalabas na may mga problema. That's why you issue a notice of disallowance. Diba? Kaya Mr. Chairman, I hope question of the charter or MCs, no? Or even a bill or a law should be passed with regard to confidential and intelligence fund, Mr. Chairman, should be filed and passed by this Congress. Kasi, kaya nga ang question daw ng proprietedness of this investigation, sa case lang po ng Confidential Intelligence Fund, we have to file a bill and pass a law with regards to it so that it cannot be abused anymore. And only those agencies of government that will be given such fund. And second is question of the COA, the mandate of COA. It should not be 6 months after issuing a notice of disallowance. It should be put as part of the provision of the charter or the mandate of COA, Mr. Chairman. Well, in fact, I will discuss later. Siguro nakapagandaan nyo na yung Memorandum Circular 97-002 in relation to the mandate of BTR, in relation to special cash advancement, in relation to SDOs. Yun yung mga bagay na dapat we have to legislate laws. Kasi kahit yung bonding law natin, napakatagal na yun. Di ba? And memorandum circulars lang ang pinapalabas natin. Well, in fact, may issue pa doon sa SALN. And I will discuss it later. But again, Mr. Chairman, just to point it out and for the record, question of notice of disallowance with regards to the confidential fund being tackled in this hearing was already settled. The question now is yung 6 months. Tama po? And you just wait because we have, again, if somebody will stand to deliver a privilege speech or file a resolution with regards to the continuing audit being made by your department doon sa Confidential Intelligence Fund, and that's the time we will discuss again the 3 items you have mentioned. Tama?
Tama po, Mr. Chair. Na-confuse lang po ako kasi for the past how many hearings, ini-include po sila kasi yung nagtatanong tungkol dun sa subsequent AOMs. Kaya po, yun po yung nasabi ko.
And we cannot discuss it because the germane of this, of the privilege speech of the Honorable Valeriano is all about the documents you have submitted, the notice of disallowance. Tama?
Hindi lang po yun yung pinasubmit sa amin, Mr. Chair. Even 2023 po, pinasubmit sa amin.
But is it part of now the committee, the COA audit report that you have submitted? It is part of the notice of disallowance that being issued by COA?
It's a different period
Oh,
po.
kaya nga eh. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, we will discuss lang muna with regards to the notice of disallowance.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Which is, mamaya, magtatanong din ako dyan. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Congressman Abante, you're recognized.
With the query of Congressman Paduano and your answer of being able to finish all the investigations, And you said that medyo na-confuse ka lamang, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, you're telling it to us now with finality that all of the investigations for the confidential intelligence fund of the Vice President is already finished. Is that what you're saying?
No, Mr. Chair. Yung 2022 lang po, ang ND, yun na po yung last na touch ng ICFAO po. Yung 2023 po ng OVP at 2023 ng DepEd yun po yung ongoing ang audit.
So meron pong ongoing na investigation on that.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Kaya po
Okay.
sabi po ni Mr. Chair na yung ND lang po ang i-discuss. Kasi yung iba po, sabi po niya, ongoing pa po yung audit.
So you're giving that 6 months, no? The finished investigation and the ongoing investigation, 6 months, ganun po ba?
No, Mr. Chair. Yung 6 months is for the notice of disallowance po. Which is nasa rules po namin.
Mr. Chairman, 6 months for the office of the Vice President to comply and answer that notice of
Comply.
disallowance.
Oo.
And then, commission paper na.
To
commission
appeal po.
sorry?
To appeal po, yung proper
Kaya nga,
to
yung appeal, di ba?
Opo.
Then the commission paper after 6 months
They
will
will
decide.
rule on it po.
Pero Mr. Chair, ang sinabi niya kanina, natapos na yung 2022, di ba?
Yun po yung
Ang ongoing
subject
ngayon
ng ND.
is 2023 and 2024.
Wala pong 2020.
At 124. So therefore, ano yung sinasabi niyong 6 months na notice of disallowances na kino-comply dapat ng Vice President?
Yung confidential funds po ng 2022 ng OVP, umabot na po siya sa notice of disallowance. So from the time that we issued the notice of disallowance, they have 6 months po to file their appeal with the commission proper ng COA. Yung iba pong dinidiscuss natin pertains to confidential funds ng 2023 po, hindi pa po yon notice of disallowance. Na AOM pa lang po siya, kaya hindi pa po siya comparable dun sa ND ng 2022 na subject to appeal na po.
Mr. Chair, Congressman Acop made a statement kanina about cash advances that was made. Ano? So, let me ask, ilang cash advances yon na ginawa nila?
4 po sa Office of the Vice President and 3 po sa DepEd.
And all of those are deposited sa Land Bank, correct?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Land Bank, did you allow cash advances? Do you allow cash advances?
Sino po ang sasagot
Is
sa
that,
Land Bank?
is that one of the rules? Do you allow cash advances?
AVP, Ampo Sano, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, may I be recognized, please?
Yes, Attorney Rafael Yap, you're recognized.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to apologize, but we'd like to manifest that we cannot answer the question right now because we received the invite to attend today's hearing after 4 p.m. yesterday. So we beg the committee's indulgence to allow us to provide the info once we collate and cleared po sa aming office.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion for Land Bank to submit to us all the informations on the cash advances made by the Office of the Vice President. Can you please do that, Mr. Chair?
So we will provide, Mr. Chair, we will provide the info after once cleared na po sa aming office po.
But once again, Mr. Chair, my question was not actually answered. My question is, do you allow cash advances?
Chairman?
Congressman Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, of course, cash advancement, cash advancement for the OBP will not be a subject of decision for the Land Bank. But siguro ang tanong is, do you allow check encashments? Do you allow? It's just a matter of policy. Do you allow?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, yes. Yung check encashment. But cash advances, of
Not
course,
cash advances.
no, check encashments. So you allow?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Chairman, anyway, may mga tanong pa ako kasi ang susunod din si Kong Maika pa.
Mika Swansing. The next interpellator is Congresswoman Mika Swansing. You're recognized.
Mr. Chair, if okay lang, with the indulgence of Kong Mika, I have a few related questions dun sa mga nabanggit din ng iba nating kasama.
Okay. Okay po sa inyo, Congresswoman?
That's okay, Mr. Chair, because my interpellation will be in a very different topic po.
Okay. Yes, the chair recognizes Congressman Manuel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Kong Mika. Mr. Chair, sa COA din po address yung mga tanong ko dahil ilang beses na na-mention yung pag-justify ng paggamit ng confidential funds through payment for purchase of information aside sa iba pang mga binanggit na dahilan kung saan daw ginastos. Mr. Chair, yung purchase of information, isa din siya dun sa mga lumitaw na may maraming mga acknowledgement receipts na kaduda-duda actually. Kaya Mr. Chair, ang tanong ko po sa COA, nung binanggit po ng OVP tsaka ng DepEd na may mga pinagamitan, may mga taong binayaran in exchange for the information that they provided di umano sa mga ahensya na ito. Mr. Chair, usually anong mga aktibidad po ito? Maliban doon sa na-mention na yung mga Youth Leadership Summit, para daw mangyari yun, ganyan. Ano pa yung ibang mga tipo ng aktibidad under OVP or DepEd?
Attorney Camora, you're recognized.
Mr. Chair, yung kung ano po yung nasa accomplishment report nila, yun po yung activities na pinagkakagastosan nila nung pondo po.
So, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kasi yung sa OVP, for 2022, ito yung parang pahabol na nagastos in 11 days na confidential funds. Ang activities po na ng OVP ay meron daw mga outreach program, merong mga pamahagi ng mga Christmas gifts, ganyan. Bahagi din po ba yon ng mga na-site na para maging successful ang mga yon, di umano, ay kinailangan ng impormasyon, kaya gumamit ng confidential funds?
Pag sa purchase of information, Mr. Chair, hindi po required kasi yung evidence of success. Required siya pag sa payment ng rewards kasi it presupposes na there could be a separate payment for the purchase of information and then separate po ulit yung reward for the success because of that information purchase.
Okay, so given that, Mr. Chair, so kung doon tayo particular sa purchase of information, yun, ano-ano pong mga aktibidad yung na-site ng OVP man or ng DepEd na kung saan kinailangan nilang gumastos for purchase of information using confidential funds?
Mr. Chair, marami po yung sinubmit ng VPSPG na list of activities ng information. And I think
Sige, Mr. Chair, like ano na lang pong mga tipo ng activity, kahit hindi po ma-enumerate, pero mabanggit po ano-ano yung mga kinds of activities na iyon.
like mga specific activities po ito, Mr. Chair, like for example, Nights of Rizal Supreme Council noong December 15, consultation with Barangay Chairman ng Maynila ng December 17, and then
Sorry, Mr. Chair, pwede po paulit para lang po mas malinaw. Ano po yung una tsaka yung pangalawang nabanggit?
Yung una po, unahin ko na lang po dito based sa listahan. December 13, Department of Education 2022 Partners Appreciation Night in Mandaluyong. And then December 15, Knights of Rizal Supreme Council 60th Year of Institute in Baguio City Youth Campaign on Patriotism. And then December 17, marami po itong activities, mga Christmas activities sa Tondo, consultation with Barangay Chairman ng Maynila, in Manila. Pasasalamat and update meeting with Barangay Batasan Hills, Quezon City. Mga halos ganito
Okay.
po. And then coordination meeting with Task Force Davao in Davao City. And then Christmas activity with SPED students in Davao City. Mga ganitong nature po.
Okay. Mr. Chair, how about yung 2023 for OVP?
At 2023, Mr. Chair, ongoing pa po yung audit, so hindi ko pa po nakita yung list ng activities po nila.
Okay. Mr. Chair, how about 2023 DepEd? Liban dun sa mga Youth Leadership Summit.
Yung sa Youth Leadership Summit, yung sa 5 certifications po yun. Pero hindi po yun yung activity ng DepEd.
Precisely, Mr. Chair, kaya gusto nating malaman, maliban doon, kasi lumitaw na dito sa committee na sinight yun ng DepEd, pero i-dispute din pala ng Philippine Army na gumastos yung DepEd for that. So, meron bang ibang mga DepEd activities na yun yung sinasite pa ng DepEd na ibang pinagamitan ng kanilang confidential funds?
Ito po yung based on their acknowledgement receipts, meron po silang abuse prevention and control within schools, anti-extremism / terrorism programs, anti-illegal activities operations, counterinsurgency. Yun po. And then under each activity, yun na po yung payment of rewards, payment of information. Yun po yung content nung acknowledgement receipts nila and yung accomplishment report po.
Tapos meron din pong mga naka-attach na acknowledgement receipts para dun sa purchase of information para sa mga yon.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Mr. Chair, dun sa purchase of information, kasi bago pa man nag-grant ng confidential funds sa DepEd at sa OVP, edi nag-grant na sa iba pang mga ahensya. Tapos kapag purchase of information, edi parang wala namang niyang isang rate lang. So, Mr. Chair, usually, pag nakakarating na sa COA yung mga acknowledgement receipts or kung ano mang ebidensya, ano po ba yung range usually kapag merong mga nagpapasa ng ganong mga like proof na ginastos daw for purchase of information? Ano po yung kadalasang range kapag purchase of information yung pinagkagastusan?
Mr. Chair, iba-iba po kasi depende sa agency and depende sa budget nila.
So, Mr. Chair,
wala pong definite na masabi na this range to this range.
sige. So, kapag ganun, Mr. Chair, pwede din siya maging discretionary kasi ibig sabihin kung ano yung tansya ng mga officials na yun yung amount na necessary para ma-entice isang tao to provide information.
Part po nung cash advance na documents na sinasubmit nila is a physical and financial plan. So, somehow, dun sa PFP, na breakdown na po dun kung ano yung sa tingin nila pupuntahan nung pondo po.
Okay.
So, yun yung plan. And then, later on, yung accomplishment report is yung actual kung saan po nila na-spend yung pondo.
So yung plan, chine-check yun ng COA bago aprobahan na, sige, i-grant yung confidential funds for that agency.
Yes po. Sa cash advance po.
Okay. Thank you po dun sa mga sagot, Mr. Chair. Kasi kung ganun nga yung lumilitaw na parang madali pa lang mag-invento ng proof of payment. Lalo na based dun sa mga pinakita kanina, meron pa mga visual na pagpapakita sa ating mga kababayan na kung merong kahit sinong opisyal, lalo na kapag nasa matataas talaga ng mga antas, kung dumating sa punto na gustong gamitin yung pera ng bayan para sa sariling interes o sa mga masasamang balak, ay madali talagang malusutan yung current na systems na meron tayo na supposedly ay dapat nga lalo kung nagbibigay ng confidential funds, ang assumption dyan ay merong kumpiyansa or confidence dun sa kung kanino o saang ahensya nagagrant ng pera. Pero it seems na lalo pa kung purchase information yung isang madalas na isite, Mr. Chair, ay malaki yung room for discretion para magsabi lang halimbawa na okay, ganitong amount, bibigay ko sa ganitong tao kasi nagbigay siya ng information. Pero hindi rin, wala tayong sapat na batayan para masabi na naging effective na accomplish ng ganong mga purchase of information yung kanilang intent. And so to wrap up, Mr. Chair, lalo na I can really recall na noong 2022, dun pa lang nung formally na bahagi ng budget proposal ng OVP tsaka DepEd, yung confidential funds, ay ginagamit pa actually yung bahagi ng ating constituency, mga kabataan at mga bata, para i-protect di umano yung kanilang interest, i-defend yung kanilang welfare, protektahan daw sila mula sa mga gumagamit ng droga, child abusers, child exploiters. Pero as it seems, Mr. Chair, I don't think merong mga members ng committee who are actually convinced na naprotektahan natin yung mga bata at mga kabataan dahil sa pag-grant ng confidential funds both sa OVP tsaka sa DepEd. So, I really hope na maliban sa mapigilan na natin yung ganitong abuso sa confidential funds, yung mga hindi rin talaga nagpakita na katiwa-tiwala sila, no, sa paggamit ng pondo, dapat hindi na natin mahayaan na magkaroon ulit sila ng access sa ganitong pondo, lalo na pera ito ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino, pinaghirapan, nagubay ng buwis para sa pinagbabudgetan ng Kongreso. Yun lang, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Congressman Manuel.
Para sa iba pang karagdagang mga balita at impormasyon, ay huwag po nating kalimutang mag-like, share at comment sa video na ito, at huwag po rin nating kalimutang mag-subscribe to continue supporting us. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood, at naway tangkilikin po ninyo ang aming YouTube channel.